all these wonderful models. If 10 billionaires decide to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin each and announce we bought it, we're not ashamed of it, we're going to buy more. All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon.
So in this clip, you see Michael Saylor. He's telling you what is going to happen, the game plan. So does the billionaire know something you don't? No, it's already starting. You see MicroStrategy along with other companies. Michael Dell, if you don't know who that is, the chairman and CEO of Dell Technologies. But look here, look what he just posted. This is a great account to follow. Me Cookie Monster. Me officially loves cookies, very entertaining. Look what he's showing a picture of right here. Is Dell about to enter into the crypto space? This is just starting for Fortune 100 companies. These companies don't want to miss out. Taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin Habibi is weighing in. Max Payne is 59.8 to 61,000, and it will be a great entry on longs and spot positions market wide. So could we have a little bit of retracement? Bitcoin bros think so, because look at this here. Back in 2021, we've seen this resistance once and twice. We got extremely exhausted at these levels. And look where you are right now. We broke above this resistance easily, came up to about 73,000, came back down and bounced off it once, had a bounce off it twice, and right now we're getting a little bit of a retracement. So could this momentum oscillator, could this roll back over and come back up to the upside while we have this last leg to the upside? Looking at total three at the current time this recording is coming in at $593 billion. And one thing happened that we need to make sure that you're aware of that never happened last cycle. So look right here. The 20 moving average after the bear market here, we came back up and had a bullish cross. So this is definitely bullish momentum right here. This happened back March of 2024, but the peak was already in. Is that how this works? And then we had a retracement. So are we going to have a continuation to the upside? You see the price action actually fell back below and retested the 20 moving average. So could we be coming back down? Are we going to get a bounce from these lower levels here? Are we going to see 500? Are we going to come even lower? Are we going to come all the way back down to do a double bottom out of this? This looks like potentially a bearish setup. Look at the RSI putting in higher highs and higher lows still. Are we going to get a retracement where we are right now? Looking where we are right now, you can see that this level acted as major resistance slash support back here, and we blasted up through it and retested it once, twice. Will we get a continuation? That's the bigger question. Looking at some altcoins, this is BNB versus ETH. BNB looks like it's on an upwards trajectory as well. Had that bullish cross of the 20 and the 200, stair stepping its way up. This is on the weekly chart, and this is still putting in higher highs and higher lows. The level to pay attention to, looking at our horizontal supports here, on the RSI, we don't want the RSI to wick back below this level around the 44. If we come down here, if we fall below it, we're going to see this retrace even further. Ethereum, US dollar sitting around 3,500, and same situation. Looking at the RSI, we bottomed out, then stair stepped our way up, and then we came back down. This is still putting in higher lows. So we don't want the RSI to come below this range around the 50. And zooming into the Ethereum price action, we've seen that we had this cool off, and right now we are just getting squeezed by this 20 moving average, but still holding it. We don't want to fall below this. Will we get a continuation to the upside? That will be determined. Well, look right here. Hodl Capital is giving us the outflows of what's going on with the ETFs. Over the past 5 days, you see these 5 red candles right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's been $140 million in outflows with the latest report on 6/20. So we've seen a huge pullback in the ETFs, but net positive still. Bitcoin still being hodled up, but there's a couple things you just need to pay attention to. Do they know something we don't? Why is this much being sold off? Are we going to see a bigger retracement? An update from Plan C. When in doubt, zoom out. Bitcoin's power law support. Look at this chart. We come up and then come back down to the retracement. Come back up, come back down, come back up, come back down, come back up, come back down. Now, have we been that exhausted, or are we going to see this come back down for another peak? Will this be a somewhat of a triple top, inverse head and shoulders on the macro? Will we see this? The current support's around 31,000. Now remember, looking at the Bitcoin price chart, when we last blasted through 31,000, which was up at this range right around here, we did come back down to it. We came back down, retested, hit resistance around that level, and blasted through it. So will we come back that low? Nobody truly knows, but you always have to prepare for the worst. Something big could be coming though. Dennis Porter is reporting this. News is coming soon. Bitcoin will win in the USA. The states will lead. What does this have to do? Does this have to do with the Ethereum ETF? There's a lot that's going on behind the scenes. With ETH getting an ETF, what could we see? We're looking at ETH on the weekly. Let's look on a lower time frame. Where could we see Ethereum going in the short to mid-term if this ETF gets approved? Well, if the ETF gets approved, we're still putting in higher highs and higher lows. The area we want to pay attention to is the 2,800 range. Could this have a bigger pullback? Yep. Right now, the 200 moving average is around 3,000. As long as we don't put a lower low in, ETH's still in a bullish trend. And if this comes back up to retest this neckline, how high could Ethereum go? And we've showed you this technical target before. And just from this micro, looks like it could be a cup and handle, could be some type of inverse head and shoulders pattern, but pulling down from the neckline to the peak and where this will be pulled up at, this could take Ethereum's next leg up to roughly 53 to 5,400. Between 5 and 6 grand, is that what we see? Potentially. That would be all-time high territory for ETH. And with this, we'll leave you with this last clip to remember from Nayib Bukele. Let's hear what he has to say.
The Federal Reserve is nothing federal and has no reserves, right? So they do print more money and they rob you from your wealth and from your savings, and that's immoral. But it's not only immoral, but it also destroys some basic economic principles, like, for example, saving or your pension. From these financial publications, they will print lies. You know, there's something special about lies is that they don't last for long. They don't last long.
And he told you here, the Federal Reserve is nothing federal and doesn't have any reserves. This is the same guy, country leader, that made Bitcoin a legal tender and buying 1 Bitcoin every day. So if he's doing it, why aren't you? And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. You guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we appreciate all support. If you like this content, go and give us a subscribe, give us a like. We appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next one.